Good morning to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It is 4 a.m. bright and early here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I want to reach out to the Trump supporters who are still insisting that Donald Trump won. I want to reach out to you guys. I want to try to, you guys that are claiming that the woke society is taking over, the woke mob is pressuring society. The corporations are all turning to woke mob, and you guys are getting canceled, and all this other victimization crap that you guys are putting out there. Okay, let's look at the numbers. Okay, I think we've probably all seen the poll. 70% of Republicans still believe that Donald Trump won the election, that it was stolen from him. Okay, now initially this sounds like a big number. It's kind of disheartening to the rest of us that there's so many Republicans that are either lying or willfully ignorant. I don't know what to call it. But let's look at that number. 70% of registered Republicans. Now, if you look at just registered people, there's 31 million registered Democrats in the United States. There's 25 million registered Republicans in the United States. There's 41 million registered independents in the United States. That's kind of hard to go by, too. I couldn't find the exact number of overall registered voters in the United States. It's somewhere probably around 250 million. This is an easier set of numbers to go by, and I'm just doing this because it's more convenient. If you guys want to use another set of numbers and debate me, I'd love to hear it. All right, so 159 million people voted in this last election. That's a fact. The Census Bureau, everybody, that's a given. 81 million voted for Joe Biden. 74 million voted for Donald Trump. Now, if you take 70% of those 74 million, the 70% that believe that the election was stolen, that's 51 million Republicans supposedly believe that the election was stolen. 23 million Republicans believe Biden won. Now, if you take that 23 million Republicans who believe Biden won, and you add them to the 81 million Democrats that voted for Joe Biden, I'm going to make another assumption here, that if you voted for Joe Biden, more than likely, 99.999% chance, if you voted for Joe Biden, you don't believe the election was stolen from Donald Trump. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm sure there's a couple people out there for whatever reason voted for Joe Biden, but yet think Donald Trump won. Why, I don't know, but let's just say 81 million Democrats believe Joe Biden won. They voted for Joe Biden won. Plus 23 million Republicans that believe Joe Biden won. That's 104 million Americans. Now, there's a discrepancy, I believe, here. If you add everything up, it should come to 108. I believe those 4 million are probably, they voted for a third party. All right, hey, let's just round it off. 100 million Americans believe Joe Biden won. 51 million believe the election was stolen from Donald Trump. See, now it kind of changes things. 2-1, you're outnumbered. 2-1, people are believing in reality here. All right, now let's move on to, the Pennsylvania voter, the one person that's been arrested and convicted in the entire country for voter fraud. One person, Pennsylvania, had voted under his dead mother's name. He voted for Donald Trump. One person. Now there's an 8 million vote difference there. So you're telling me out of 8 million fraudulent dead people and illegal immigrants that you claim voted through mail-in ballots, that they couldn't find one of these. Out of 8 million, we found one Trump supporter that voted for Trump, arrested and convicted. Where are all the Trump supporters? Like Brad Raffensperger admitted, he is a confirmed Trump supporter, Secretary of State of Georgia. And he's the one that Trump was pressuring. Come on, find me 7,000, or what was it, 7 million votes, Brad? I can't remember. Oh, no, 70,000. Find me 70,000 votes, I think it was. And even though Brad Raffensperger is a dedicated Trump man himself, he had to say, look, there was no cheating here. Now, there's guys like that all across the United States. And how come none of these 8 million supposedly dead people and illegal immigrants, how come they didn't vote? I mean, how come out of 8 million of these people, these supposed fraudulent ballots, we couldn't even find one? Not one. That's amazing, isn't it? No, it's a little beyond amazing. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any freaking sense. Now, you guys are saying that these are mail-in ballots are the problem, right? Right? because you're making all these laws against mail-in ballots and absentee ballots, right? And you're saying that's illegal immigrants and dead people voting. That's your claim. So you're talking about actual physical ballots here, right? So these had to go in somewhere. Now, there was Republican watchers at all the polls. I saw them. I talked to them when I went to my polling station. When they counted all these, Republicans, Democrats were all there. And they couldn't find 1 out of 8 million illegal votes. Nobody could turn this up. Nobody could find even one supposedly dead person that voted for Joe Biden. Wow, that is just amazing. No, it's beyond amazing. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. It's even worse than even the people that believe that the world is flat, the flat earthers, they have more evidence and they make more sense than the people that claim that the election was stolen from Donald Trump. Let's face it here. It's just being a sore loser. You guys just come up with some terms. Illegal immigrants, mail-in voting, the boat parades, the Trump rallies, Biden hid in the basement. Can't be. He doesn't make any sense. He talks slow. Nobody voted for him. Yes, we did. We're just not loudmouth, willfully ignorant people that are going to argue for months. It's 4 months out now. See, that's another point I want to make. It's 4 months out. And the entire Republican Party, now I don't believe that politicians really believe this. The people across the United States do. I believe they're sore losers. And I believe they're just grasping at all these conspiracy theories. The politicians, the Republican Party, on the other hand, they know how these elections works. They know the security and everything that's involved in these elections. They know damn well that Donald Trump didn't win. And the evidence of that, last time they tried to censor Liz Cheney under a secret ballot, there was no contest. Liz Cheney was not censored. In other words, when there's a secret ballot and it doesn't get back to their constituents, they don't believe Donald Trump won for a second. They don't believe it. But if they want to get reelected and keep their job and their money, they're going to keep pushing this lie. So now we see the entire Republican Party going after Liz Cheney. And they all know that they're pushing a lie here. And the whole rest of the country, 2-1, see it too. Now you see where I'm going with this. The corporations are people. 2-1. The whole rest of the country knows that Donald Trump didn't win. And worse than that, it's 4 months later. Now, we gave you guys the benefit of the doubt. We gave you a little time to be sore about losing and all that. But it's 4 months after the election now. Enough is enough. So you talk about getting canceled. This is why. To us, you guys sound worse than the flat earth people. You guys sound like worse than the people that believe the moon landing was fake, that JFK was, that Elvis is still alive. You guys sound even more ridiculous than that to the 2-1 to the rest of the country, including the corporations and the whole rest of the world. So now that 70% of Republican voters that still believe in Donald Trump, not such a big number anymore. 50 million oddball, sore losers in the country that are still grasping at straws, hoping their racist president will come back into power and make America great again. In other words, make America white again. But can you see where I'm going with all this now? And that's why. This is why we have cancel culture, because we're just sick. It's 4 months out. It's enough. And now we have the Arizona recount and all this other nonsense. And Trump, the biggest sore loser of all, with his supposedly new social media platform, which is nothing but an internet blog. Because you can't comment, you can't do anything. It's an internet blog. If none of you haven't seen this, Trump, the From the Desk of Donald Trump has just launched. And it's just, and of course, the reason he got kicked off Facebook and Twitter, he's still trying to push the big lie. The rest of the country, our patience have run out with you guys. Thus, the cancel culture. And I guess whatever you call the woke mobs is what the people of us that are living in reality. That's how we see it. That's really, honestly, how the rest of us see you guys. 2-1. I hope I helped you out. You guys have a good Wednesday.